It's Jeff here from the Wetsuit Centre, just going to talk you through some of the features of this year's 2010 model of the Xcel Infiniti. Xcel have previously won the Wetsuit of the Year award 4 times, so they've kept this suit fairly similar to last year, 2009 version, because if it's not broke then you don't fix it. What they have added is a bamboo firewall lining, which is basically a change in the material which they used to make the firewall, which has made it lighter and a bit more flexible, but without losing any of the heat, which we'll take you through in a second. Some of the main features of this wetsuit is the chest zip, which is basically the chest zip across the middle here. Okay, Xcel first sort of invented the chest zip, if you like, a few years ago, and it's really good at keeping out any of the water penetration, because you don't have the zip at the back, and is one of the sort of best suits at sort of keeping the water out and keeping the heat in. Now you've glued and blind stitched throughout the whole suit and then taped on the inside. The neoprene which Xcel use is really light, one of the lightest on the market, so it's really flexible across the whole body. If you look at the knees, they use the Duraflex knee pads as well. Okay, minimal seams around that as well, so it's really robust and durable, unlikely to wear through. Okay, they've got very thick neoprene on the leg area, Xcel, which makes the suits kind of harder to get into, which anyone who's owned one will know, but does make them super warm when you're actually in the water. Okay, and essentially that is the Xcel Infiniti for 2010. Okay, this is the inside of the Xcel Infiniti 2010. As you can see, you've still got the same sort of taping that Xcel use on the inside of the suit. You've got bamboo lining, which is the bamboo lining we mentioned before, which is essentially lighter and more flexible than the firewall before, but keeps you just as warm. Another good factor about it is it's more eco-friendly as well, the sort of materials that they use. One thing that's definitely different, we've noticed between the 2009 Infiniti and 2010, is the amount of firewall that you get. Instead of just being in the chest area, okay, it's right from the chest right down through to the knees. On the back of the suit as well, it's right through the back of the suit, so the whole way through the suit you get that firewall lining, which is really going to increase the amount of warmth within the suit and value for money basically. Okay, so here I am in the Xcel Infiniti 2010. If you come a little bit closer, I'll show you the overhead mechanism. Xcel are basically the first people to really sort of do a chest zip wetsuit. Okay, and the benefits of this, obviously you've got no zip on the back, which brings water penetration to a minimum, but actually owning one of these suits myself, I've got the dry lock. The fit's really incredible, and although they are notoriously hard to get into, these suits, you get the benefit of it when you're actually out in the water. They'd hardly let any water in at all, that's with the nature of the seams, and the chest zip technology as well, the dry lock technology. If I pull this across, essentially the mechanism seals the whole suit 100% just for the little bit on the edge here, which you can actually tighten up with a toggle anyway. So with this technology, the actual water penetration into the suit is really minimal. Something I can notice with this year's suit, after trying it on, it seems lighter. I don't know where they've sort of placed the seams or the bamboo firewall lining is a little bit lighter, but the actual suit is really light, and it's a great fit where they sort of position the seams. There's no restriction on the shoulders, so for paddling, that kind of thing. It's one of the loosest suits I've ever tried on, and certainly one of the warmest. So that's the Xcel Infiniti for 2010.